Good morning, everyone. This is just a brief video on February the 15th to recap what we discussed in class this week on 212. So next week we'll be taking a look at Chapter 6, Resource Utilization, and this chapter takes a deep dive into the considerations of the resources that you're going to add to your project. So this is part of that dimension of planning and scheduling. So that adds another element of complexity to the project, but it's very necessary to estimate the types and quantities of resources that you're going to need to perform each of the activities in each of the areas of your project. So the resources can include people, maintenance, materials, equipment, tools, facilities, and things like that. So a resource requirement plan will illustrate the expected utilization of the resources that you'll need for your project. So we'll be doing some hands-on activities in regard to resource planning. So just a recap on the assignments for next week. I'm going to go into the assignments area. I'm going to go down into week 6. Again, chapter 6, resource utilization. You'll have your chapter reading. There are no associated points. The expectation is that you have read the chapter before class. Make sure you're doing your muddiest points. You're getting your 5 points each week. The expectation here is that you'll have some questions that I can address before class and maybe have some hands-on activities to help further explain the different concepts. If you don't have any specific questions, make sure that maybe you're sharing some of your insight and real-world experiences. You have the week 6 lecture. You have a recorded PowerPoint that you can use to review the materials. There's also the regular PowerPoint that I will attach to this area. Those PowerPoints can also be found in your course materials area. You have one case, and you'll notice that some of our assignments will start to diminish as we get really into our project. So you have the not-for-profit medical resource or research center. This is a continuation from previous chapters. If you were gone, we have the initial project request. We broke up into groups of teams that we want to work with. So you'll be filling out this request once you download it. Even if you weren't in class, please fill this out as best as you can, and then we'll hook you up with a group so you can go ahead and solidify what teams you want to work with. So you have your initial project requests. Fill in the information as best you can on what type of project you'd like to take on. And that's all you need to do as far as assignments for next week. As we go into course materials, we're going to look at the activities from week 6. If you click on the folder, you'll see the activities. These were in class activities, so these are going to be hard to duplicate because you were not in class. So I'm going to be issuing points for those of you that were in class participating. You won't have to submit anything here this week. And go back into the course materials tab. Also, take a note. I'm going to be adding lots of project management templates, and you'll notice we have project management websites. So if you click on project management websites, we reviewed a really good, or I pointed you to a really good video that you can use for that forward and backward pass, learning how to use that method for calculating the critical path and determine your project duration. So once you review that a couple times, I think it will start to make sense what we did in class on the board. If we go back into course materials, again, your PowerPoint lectures are also in this folder and your chapter PowerPoints. The agendas are always up for the following week. So if you have any questions on what we covered, again, we felt like we were off to somewhat of a clunky start just because we've had, one holiday in there and 2 snow days, but I think we're past the worst of the weather. So have no fear. Keep asking me questions. Keep sending me emails. I can meet with you basically anytime to get you caught up. So please do not wait to reach out to me. If you wait till the last week of class, it's going to be too late. But if you continue to try and get your assignments in, I'm going to notice that. I'm certainly going to consider all of those efforts at the end of class when possibly you're sitting between 2 grades. So again, don't wait till the last minute to ask questions. As of today, any late assignments that are past due, get those in by Sunday to receive full points. Let me know if you have any questions or concerns. Again, you can call me, email me anytime. Just make sure that you are coming to class and let me know if there are times that you're going to have to be gone. So have a good weekend, and I hope we don't have any more snow.